I'm Mr. J. Today we're talking about Canadian gas, and it's the news for Thursday, July the 10th, 2025, and it's about Canada and Asia. Can you see our AI pick is very big today, right? Our AI pick is huge. Look at that. And like I said about gas. So let's look at it's good news. G for good news. Yeah. Okay, let's go down and look at our words before anything else. So we have shipping, diversification. Wow. Diversification. Vacation. I think the f is better. So the diversification. Wow, how many syllables? Did you get that? I'm going to do it again just in case. Diversification. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 syllables. Wow. Pipelines. Regulatory. That's 5. Infrastructure. Coal. Optimistic. Tons. Asia. Export. Okay, so a couple of big words today. But it's not too hard to understand. Canada has started shipping liquefied natural gas, LNG, from its Pacific terminal in, Kitimat, BC, British Columbia, signaling a big step towards energy diversification. There's that word again, right? Diversification beyond the U.S. The $40 billion, that's Canadian dollars, $40 billion LNG Canada project led by Shell. That's the name of a company in Canada, led by Shell and partners from Malaysia, China, Japan, and Korea, exported its first cargo to Japan's Toho gas aboard the Gaslog Glasgow. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Gaslog Glasgow. Okay, the terminal can ship 14 billion tons of LNG a year with a possible future expansion. This allows Canada to send gas to Asia, including Japan, South Korea, and China, without using U.S. pipelines or the Panama Canal. While Canada faces regulatory and infrastructure hurdles, the industry sees LNG as a cleaner energy source to replace coal, which is good for the environment. Investors remain optimistic about the potential. This launch marks a major change in Canada's energy trade strategy and its place in the global gas market, right? So less dependence on the U.S. because Trump and recent events. But so anyways, good news. I think good for Canada, good for the environment, maybe good for Asia. Bad for the U.S. I don't know. Okay, questions. Where is Canada's first Pacific LNG terminal located? Which country received the first LNG shipment? What major energy companies are part of the LNG Canada project? What does Canada hope LNG exports will help reduce globally? And what are the main challenges Canada faces with LNG expansion? All right, today's word of the day, fantasy word of the day, cast. See this one? Cast. Okay, and then our second cast, here we go, cast. Wow, they look very different, right? So let's see. First word introduction, fantasy. Fantasy meaning of cast, to use or send out a magic spell. We talked about spell before, so cast is using, okay? And a non-fantasy meaning of cast, a group of actors in a movie or play, group of actors. Pronunciation, cast, you have the spelling here, cast, 1 syllable. Example sentences. The witch cast a spell to make the forest sleep. And the cast of the movie included many famous actors. Okay. Weather for Friday, July 11th, 2025. In Lima, Peru, a high of 20, a low of 15. And it will be overcast with light morning drizzle. Jakarta, Indonesia, a high of 31, a low of 24, and there will be afternoon thunderstorms will be likely. And for New Delhi, India, a high of 36, a low of 30, and it'll be hot with late evening thunderstorms. That's it for today, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.